Hey guys, I'm Ivory and today I'm going to be giving myself a DIY lash lift. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but when I looked at the reviews, someone said that it was a two-person job, and seeing as me and Steve are the only ones in this house, and I don't think that he would be very helpful, I kind of put a pin in it. And then someone here in the comments said that they were able to do this by themselves and it can be done alone. So I watched a couple videos and I was immediately sold. I do want to give credit. The video that I watched, her channel is JMFS. I will link her videos of doing this lash lift in my description box. I highly recommend you watch her. She was very thorough. I'm literally following every single step that she did. I even bought the exact same kit that she used and I took notes like a goddamn secretary because I do not want to mess this up. This is an area very close to the eye, so I am very nervous about this. So like I said, I used the exact same one that she used. This is the upgraded version. I bought this on Amazon. I will link the product in my description box if you were interested in this. And I did check on their official website as well as Amazon to confirm that they are cruelty free. I'm actually opening this for the first time, so everything's a first impression here, but they do include instructions in a visual form, so that's really helpful. And they do have a list of precautions and risk instructions, but as far as actual instructions, do they not provide that? I know I said they have it in visual form, but I need words. They don't. So I would suggest before you try this, watch a couple videos, take your notes. Editing Ivory here, there's definitely a manual that tells you step by step what to do. And of course, I saw this after I already did this video. But the video that I linked basically does this verbatim. So I don't think I did anything too different from what is written here in the manual versus the tutorial that I watched. I'm gonna try and be as thorough as possible, but I will also add timestamps in my description box of each step so that you know exactly what you have to do. So in this box, we have clean tools. They're all the same, but one side is flat edge and then this side is like a little comb, and they gave me multiple, so I believe that these are single use. They also provide lift pads, which is what you apply onto your lid so that your lashes stick to this pad. I'm going to be using the size small because you can see when you turn it to the side, there's not a very big bump, which means that there's going to be like a more intense curl, which is what I want. Whereas you see this is a large, and because this bump is so much larger, it's going to give a more natural curve, but I don't want natural. I want my lashes to be like. They also provided a box of lash lift tools, which contain these little spoolies. And then of course they have each of the 4 bottles as well as the glue. And what's also nice is they're all numbered, so I know which order they go in. So first things first, we are going to clean the area with water. So I'm gonna do one eye at a time, and I don't want the area to be wet. So after you wash it, I will take a paper towel and just dry off all that water. Once the area is dry, you're gonna tape down your lower lashes. They do provide pads so that you can do that, but they only provide 2. So after you use these, you're gonna have to use tape or something. But today I'm gonna use these pads. Okay, I'm already struggling with the first step. Like, we haven't even started. When I relax my eye, the paper is getting in my eyeball. But when I drag it down a little bit, I can see my lashes sticking out of the pad. Like, it's not contained. This isn't even the hard part and I'm already struggling. Next, you're gonna take the lift. Oh my God, this is bothering me so much. Next, you're gonna take the glue. You will apply it to the back of the lift pad and then glue the lift pad onto your eyelid. Okay, so the pad is glued on there. If this looks uncomfortable, that's because it is. The next step is to apply the lash glue onto the pad and then stick your lashes to it. And then I remember she used one of the cleaning tools. She used like this little comb to help the lashes stick to the glue, which doesn't seem to be working too well for me. I wonder if it's just easier to use my finger and like hold it. Yeah, I'm getting a lot better success to it sticking if I hold it with my finger for a couple seconds and then release. So I think using my finger to get the lashes to stick to the pad was good, and then to separate it using the little combs is really helpful. Okay, so they're all finally stuck to the pad. The next step is with the tiny brush, I'm going to apply the Perm Solution, which is the first bottle that is numbered. Oh my God, this smells god awful. She did not say that in the video. She could have warned me. Oh, it smells so bad. Oh. So I'm going to apply a extremely generous coat on all the lashes. After that, you're gonna get some cling wrap and you're going to apply that on top of the lashes. And then also, while you add this on top, try to make a lifting motion to keep the lashes to maintain the shape that you just created with them. It says wait 8 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna do 10 minutes because I want these lashes to stay as long as possible. And in my head, that means the longer you keep on the solution, the longer the lash will stay curled. This does not want to stick to me, by the way. It's being uncooperative and hostile. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hold this. By the way, I did consider wearing makeup so that you wouldn't have to see my imperfections and then doing the lash lift, but the video I watched suggested you not get this wet for 24 hours, which makes sense because just like a regular hair perm, you are advised not to get your hair wet for at least 24 hours. So that's why I'm not wearing makeup. While I'm here waiting, I might as well update you that I did go to the dermatologist last week. Even though I loved Curology, I feel like my acne is not still where I want it to be. So I'm actually on a new acne journey. I'm still using the cleanser and moisturizer from Curology, but that super bottle with the medication I have stopped. And then as far as medication from my dermatologist, she prescribed me with, it's called doxycycline, which I do take orally. And then she also prescribed me tretinoin, which I was already using sort of because it was in my super bottle with Curology, but it was a very, very low dosage. So she upped the dosage, but I just thought I'd update you on my skin journey right now. Okay, it's been 10 minutes, so now I can take this off. With a clean, dry Q-tip, we're gonna wipe off the perm solution, or as much of it as you can. And with a different tiny brush, I'm going into bottle number 2, which is called Fixation. And you're gonna do basically the exact same thing. You're gonna apply a very generous coat onto the lashes. And then with a clean cling film, you're gonna do the same thing again. Wait another 8 to 10 minutes, but I will be waiting 10 minutes. I wish I brought, you know what I should do? Hold on. Tape. Why didn't I think of this? See, we're learning as we go. Ivory, you are a freaking genius. The student has become the master. You know what? I should really wait to see the results before I make such a claim like that. I swear, I'm smarter than I look right now. I'm setting another timer for 10 minutes. I feel like the hardest part is getting the lashes to stick to the lash pad. I think I'm gonna try it on this eye, but what if you curl the lashes before you put on the pad? It would make the lashes go on so much easier because they already have a little bit of curl. So they're already at the shape that they're supposed to be in. I feel like that would be really helpful, especially for people with downturned lashes. By the way, my lashes, they are longer right now. I've been using a lash serum called Lash Grande. They have noticeably made my lashes longer. I will link the serum that I use in my description box. You do have to be careful with that because I have noticed that when I first applied it, my eyelid felt sore, like kind of raw. My eyelid was just a little bit more sensitive. It's not like that anymore, but that is something that I experienced, but I have seen results. My lashes before the serum, they were very short and slightly downturned. Now that they are longer, they have a natural bend to them. They do bend upwards, but they are not nearly as up as I would like. Okay, another 10 minutes has gone by. Once again, with a clean Q-tip, I am going to wipe this solution off. And then with a small brush, I'm gonna go into the third bottle, which is called Nutrition. And just like all the other steps, generously coat them. And then once the Nutrition is on, I don't think that she put the cling wrap on top, but she did say to wait another 5 minutes. So setting another timer for 5 minutes. And then after that, we're basically done. So I'll see you in another 5 minutes. And now that 5 minutes have passed, the last step is removing the pad with cleanser, which is the bottle labeled number 4. I'm gonna remove this one first because that feels so much better. Honestly, that under eye thing was the most unenjoyable part of this experience. And then I'm gonna just try to get in there and it's coming right off. I don't remember hers looking as gluey as mine look. I'm just gonna use the cleanser to get as much of this glue as I can. And then to get this gunk out, I'm just gonna use a spoolie. Look at that. The lash lift is super noticeable. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted that little, and I got it. They are so fluttery. I feel like I'm gonna fly away. I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye off of camera, and then after that we'll reconvene. Hi, Millie. I am doing an eyelash perm. Do you want me to do your lashes? Sit. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me company down here. All right, Millie, off. All right, so I just finished this eye. You can see how lifted it looks. It's still got a bunch of glue in it, but I kind of left this alone even though it had some glue in it. I don't want to fiddle with it too much in case it makes the curl fall down. A couple of things that I wanted to add. First of all, that little eye guard that I had at the bottom, I ended up not using it for this eye. I started to, but this eye was extra sensitive and it just wasn't having it. So I took off the under eye pad and I didn't have any issues with my lower lashes getting in the way. Maybe if you have longer lashes, it could potentially be an issue, but I have super short lashes and they were fine not being taped down, so you might not have to use it. The second thing, when you are applying this little pad, make sure that you add extra glue at the ends because that is where it will typically lift off first or have a hard time staying. So make sure you just add extra glue in those areas so that they don't start to lift off at the corners. The third thing is these inner corner lashes are a little hard to get into because they are so short. So really make sure that when you put this pad in, really try to scooch it into the inner corner as much as you can so that you can have a little bit of a bump in there so that the lashes have something to stay stick to, because I can see on these lashes, the inner corner, they do have a curl, whereas this one, I wasn't able to get it. I kind of missed that spot because I didn't put it in close enough to my inner corner. Third thing that I wanted to say is that if you are not able to get all the glue out with the spoolie and the cleanser, on this eye, I was using this tool. This is called a Lash Brow Groomer by Real Techniques. I'll link it in my description box, but this has been really great to help declump my lashes and get the gunk out. I'm not fully done using it because there's still a little bit of residual glue, but this was super helpful for that. So at this point, I think we're done, but I do want to come back in 24 hours and then show you what it looks like with mascara. And it was suggested that when I sleep, try not to sleep on my face, which is hard because I am a face sleeper, and I will also not be washing my face or anything. So for 24 hours, these lashes are going to remain dry, but I'm going to come back tomorrow to apply mascara. All right, it is 24 hours later. I have showered since then, so my lashes have been wet. In the 24 hours, I did leave some of the glue, so it was a little bit clumpy, but when I went to sleep and I woke up, I didn't feel any irritability and my eyes didn't glue shut or anything. But I do see on the manual a day after this is done that if I wanted to get the remaining glue on the eyelid, I was supposed to use the number 4 bottle, which is the cleanser. I did do that yesterday, but I guess I didn't do it long enough. You live and you learn. My lashes are still up. You can see this one took a lot better. And if I go to the side, do you see how high up they are? I know this isn't everybody's cup of tea. I really like my eyelashes to be as high as possible. I forgot to mention yesterday that I did curl my lashes on only this eye, which I did second before I permed them. And I do feel like having that curl somewhat established helped them stay up onto the pad. So if you end up having an issue with them sticking to the pad, maybe try curling them. I only watched the one video and her follow-up video, so I thought I was super clever thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna curl my eyelashes, and no one's ever thought of that first. But this morning I decided to watch more tutorials, and it is not uncommon to do that, and it is actually suggested. I also wanted to say that because I wasn't able to get all the glue out my lashes, I mean, I guess I didn't clean them enough, but if for some reason you decide to leave some of the glue like I did, maybe you want to do this on a Friday, and that way you can wash it off Saturday, versus if you do it on a Monday or a Sunday, you might have to go into work or go into a Zoom call with gluey lashes. So maybe you want to do it on a Friday or a Saturday when you don't see anybody, so no one has to see you with lumpy gluey lashes. But this is what my eyelashes look like naturally now. I did not use an eyelash curler beforehand. I'm gonna go ahead and add some mascara on them now. The mascara I'm using is the Essence Lash Princess. This is the waterproof version. Another comment I wanted to say is that if I open my eyes really wide, I can feel the tips of my lashes touching my eyelid. So if that's gonna bother you, you might not want to use size small. But it also really depends your lash length. I would say that mine, they're medium-ish. I don't know. I just know that they're definitely longer now that I've been using the Lash Grande serum. And this is one coat of mascara. You could see the before and after. I feel like because these are a little bit more lifted with mascara, this looks pretty much even with it now. I'm gonna go ahead and add mascara on the other eye. Oh my god, look at this eye. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's just Ivory's lashes just fluttering in the wind. I love the way this looks. It looks like a natural falsie. I was hoping that with this lash lift, I wouldn't have to wear falsies as often, and just being able to embrace my natural lashes, because I am at a point where I like the length of my lashes with the serum, but they just wouldn't hold a curl. So I will definitely be going all natural a lot more often. I'm gonna go ahead and add a second coat. I do typically wear 2 coats of mascara on both my top and bottom lashes. And this is what it looks like with 2 coats of mascara. I added some to my lower lash line as well. One drawback that I've never experienced, because they are so high up, I did get a little bit of mascara on my lid. I've heard people talk about having this problem, but I have personally never experienced it, and I'm actually kind of excited about it. But this is what they look like. I am super happy with the results. Hopefully they hold for at least a couple weeks. If I could change a couple things that I've learned from this experience into the next time that I do this, for one, curling my lashes seem to have made a difference so that they are easier to stick onto the pad. Like I said, I only did it on this eye, and it could be because I did this eye first and I already got a hang of it with the second eye. It could be a combination of the two, but I think it's worth trying on this eye next time. Also, next time I would really take my time with separating the lashes. I felt like once I got them all on the pad, I didn't care too much about how they laid on the pad, just that they were on there. So next time I will make sure to take this little comb and just really make a point to spread them out a little bit more evenly. And next time I'm not even going to use the under eye pads. I mean, I don't have any, but I'm not going to make a point to even tape them down, because I did this eye without any pad and I had no issues. That's just my experience though. And lastly, I would just do a better job of using the 4th bottle, the cleanser, to get rid of all of the glue that was in my lashes. In the next coming videos, you're definitely gonna be able to see my lash lift. So me and you are gonna be going through this together. So you're gonna be able to see just how long this lash lift lasts. But I am very pleasantly surprised with the results. I highly recommend you get this lash lift kit. I can't vouch for the other ones, but this is my first time using this one and I had great results. Also, make sure you check out the video from JMFS, because I did use her exact tutorial to do my own lashes, so I gotta give credit where credit's due. So I hope that this video was helpful, insightful, or just entertaining. If it was, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and feel free to comment down below what other types of videos you'd like to see from me. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I would love to see you come back. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.